And the day came to pass, there was a flight in a certain country. Everyone fled. And as they were fleeing, they went through a forest, losing 2 children there, a boy and a girl. Someone lost a girl, someone lost a boy. And they were still little children of 4 or 5 years old. The children had nothing to eat. They screamed and cried because they didn't have anything to eat. Meanwhile, there came up to them a beggar, going along with sacks, which are called torbis, carrying bread in them, and these children started to cling to him and bond with him. He gave them bread, and they ate. He asked them, "From where have you come here?" They answered him, "We don't know," for they were little children. And he started going away from them, and they asked him to take them with him. He said to them, "This I do not want, that you should go with me." Meanwhile, they took a look. The beggar is blind. It was a marvel to them, since he is blind, how does he know how to go? And in truth, this itself is a novelty, that such a question occurred to them, for they were still young children. However, they were clever children, therefore it was a wonder to them. This blind beggar blessed them. "You should be as I am. You should be as old as I." And he left them more bread and went away. And the children understood that Hashem Yisbarach was watching over them and had sent them here a blind beggar to give them food. Afterwards, the bread ran out, and again they started screaming for food. Then it became night, and they passed the night there. In the morning, they still had nothing to eat, so they screamed and cried. Meanwhile, again, a beggar came who was deaf. They started to talk to him, and he showed them with his hands and said to them, "I hear nothing whatsoever." And this beggar also gave them bread to eat and started to leave them. They also wanted him to take them with him, but he did not want to. And he too blessed them, that you should be as I am, and also left them bread and went his way. Later on, the bread also ran out, and again they screamed as above. Again, a beggar came to them who was inarticulate. He stammered with his mouth. They began to speak with him, and he mumbled his words, so they didn't know what he was saying, and he did not know what they were saying. Only they did not know what he was saying because he stammered. The beggar also gave them bread to eat, and also started to go away, and also blessed them that they should be like him, and went away as above. Then there came again a beggar who had a crooked neck, and also the same transpired as before. Then there came again a beggar who was hunchbacked, was called Hoikir. Then there came again a beggar without hands. Then there came a beggar without feet. Each one of them gave them bread and blessed them that they should be like him, just as the other beggars mentioned above. Afterwards, the bread yet again ran out, and they started walking toward a settlement until they came to a road. They went with that road until they came to a village. These children went into a house, and they had pity on them and gave them bread. They continued into another house, and there they gave them bread as well. So they kept going around into houses and saw that it was good to be given bread. The children decided between them that they should always be together, and they made for themselves large sacks, which are called torbis, and went around to houses and went to happy occasions, circumcisions, and to weddings. And they continued further along, going into cities, to the houses and went to market fairs, and would sit among the beggars. In the same way, they sit there on the banks of the earth, prisbas, with the plate for collecting alms, teller. Until these children became famous already among all the beggars, since they all recognized them and knew of them, that they were the children who had been lost in the forest, as mentioned. One time, there was a big fair in that big city, and all the beggars were there, and the children also went there.